Before you taste anything, it begins. Not with food, with choices. The path is already drawn. Then the menu arrives. It opens like a map. The room begins pulling strings. You think you came for dinner, but the restaurant thinks bigger. It moves your attention first. At home, food is simple. In restaurants, food becomes theater. The chair invites you to stay. Time begins to stretch. One plate becomes an evening. Your budget starts to shrink. Atmosphere covers the numbers. Candlelight narrows the world. Even the chair has a job. Hunger sits beside identity. The table becomes an island. Then your eyes meet the menu. A menu is not a list. It is attention design. Your eyes follow the path. Invisible strings guide your hand. The menu becomes a wall. Your brain starts orbiting choices. Prices hide behind desire. Three forces point for you. First comes the expensive tower. It changes every smaller choice. The middle item feels safe. Your wallet notices first. Specials create another anchor. Expensive wine changes ordinary wine. Cheap, expensive, and safe. The menu becomes a stage. A mountain makes the hill easier. The middle choice wins quietly. Then the words begin selling. Plain food becomes a story. Language enters the brain first. The description wraps the plate. You imagine before you taste. Words make simple food richer. Desire becomes a small flame. The menu sprays appetite. A future memory appears. The scribbles become a world. Then the waiter asks softly. The first yes is tiny. Still or sparkling? You answer without calculating. Something for the table? Sharing makes spending feel harmless. Wine begins as a gesture, but it casts a larger shadow. One glass becomes permission. The second drink is easier. Specials feel like a rare moment. A small card becomes a portal. The side dish completes the plate. The table fills like a clock. Dessert appears after fullness. Your stomach says no. The table says maybe. One dessert feels harmless. Coffee closes the circle. Tiny yeses become a chain. The bill looks like one decision, but it was many. On a date, price performs. You do not want to look cheap. Generosity becomes a mask. Groups spend by imitation. Business dinners turn food into status. Vacation makes prices feel unreal. Identity floats above the table. Your wallet gets pulled by symbols. The mirror shows a richer you. The table becomes your stage. The night turns into memory. Money becomes part of the story. Every decision becomes an altar. Then the bill is presented. Behind it, everything returns. The number grows upward. Your plan was much smaller. Now the room reveals itself. Every object had an arrow. The restaurant becomes a diagram. Even candlelight points somewhere. The table tries to hold you. Empty plates leave evidence. You exit with less money, but the window still glows. After closing, the machine remains. Tables become gears. Memory softens the cost. Two hands hold the same bill. Choice becomes a simple diagram. A message becomes desire. Even your eyes are framed. The menu feels like magic. Small cards fall like dominoes. Your hand avoids the cheap corner. The center box becomes a spotlight. Attention moves like a beam. Price columns are broken apart. Beautiful menus beat boring menus. The price hides behind the curtain. Desire arrives before the food. Your brain catches fire first. The empty plate already has flavor. The kitchen wakes behind the wall. Garnish becomes a final spell. The imagined dish arrives first. Story surrounds the real plate. Taste follows expectation. The same food becomes different. Lighting makes the plate luxurious. The table forms a spending circle. Music enters the chair. Slow music stretches time. Fast music moves the room. You never see the speaker. Atmosphere becomes a bubble. Music bends your sense of price. The waiter moves with the current. Candlelight hides the numbers. Warm light changes the bill. A small lamp erases the budget. The table pulls people closer. Atmosphere beats arithmetic. The chair becomes a magnet. Dessert arrives at the perfect time. Curiosity fights fullness. The group says yes together. One spoon becomes four. Coffee makes the ending complete. The bill arrives during conversation. Then the conversation disappears. The folder finally has weight. Inside are no numbers, only layers of the night. Your mind rewinds the meal. The evening was a board game. The waiter was not a villain. He was a guide in the system. Free choice still existed, but the room touched every choice. Objects whisper without words. The floor plan points first. The menu catches attention. The table becomes a laboratory. Comfort gets measured quietly. Even bread starts the process. Your hand reaches before deciding. Smell arrives before the waiter. The kitchen pulls you back. Hunger wakes up early. Light, smell, and music overlap. Your first plan expands. Empty space invites more items. Blank space becomes selling space. The menu blocks the outside world. Closed, it feels mysterious. Open, it releases possibilities. Your eyes follow the designed path. A frame becomes a spotlight. A finger becomes direction. Other people raise the standard. One order changes the next. Cheap choices shrink under attention. Social pressure needs no words. The wine list becomes a ladder. The middle bottle feels wise. Context changes the same product. Wine becomes a social badge. A smile softens the price. The safe path costs more. Small questions cast large shadows. Yes becomes a stamp. Stamps become a stack. You only see the next step. The exit is far from attention. The table becomes the world. Your budget fades from the room. Even the calculator gets tired. Emotion points toward dessert. Warmth covers rational thought. Dessert becomes a small performance. It is the second act. The bill hides under sweetness. Sharing turns dessert into permission. No melts into maybe. The slice looks small. Coffee signs the night, then only the bill remains. It becomes the final gate. You open the folder, every small choice returns. The bill has roots. You pay for more than food. Even the tip belongs to memory. You leave with two things: a lighter wallet and a story. Now the machine becomes visible. 5 levers shape the night. You pulled one called choice, but gears were moving underneath. The restaurant entered your brain. Your thoughts found their own tables. The compass did not point north. It pointed toward the bill. The menu was never a shield. The walls knew the pattern. Candle, menu, and tray judged quietly. Your decision floated downstream. Every river reached the folder. That does not make restaurants evil. A memory can balance the cost. Friends can shrink the bill. The box contained more than food. The plate was the smallest part. You bought a memory. The table shaped your wanting. Next time you see the arrows, awareness changes the room. You pause before the next yes. One choice stays enough. The tools become visible. The table becomes evidence. Desire was drawn before you knew. You walk away with the memory. The lights go out. The whole journey remains in the folder. Now you can see the arrows. The table waits for the next person. The room chose first.